What is up, my fellas? Coming at you guys today with another installment of TALHM Bout. As in, I talk about a certain subject that means a lot to me. But first off, as always, before we start off this video, gotta shout out our album of the video, which is Dim Lark's Hypocrisy Oath. Yeah, I can turn it up for you if you want. It's like, I'd say war metal. It definitely has death, black, and grind vibes. That's a little too loud. And I apologize if halfway through the video I have to switch the tape. But today, we are going to be talking about my favorite black metal band, Mayhem. I have quite a few of the releases at my side right here, and I'm just kinda gonna explain as I go, and explain the history, and explain what it means to me. Now, we have to first off start where Mayhem started, which was Death Crush. Death Crush was, there were two vocalists on this, Maniac and Messiah. Messiah was stand-in. He did Witching Hour and Pure Fucking Armageddon, I believe. But this was when Euronymous, the guitar player, was still alive. This is actually the only studio release that Euronymous was alive for. But yeah, this is proto black metal. I'd consider either this or Bathory's self-titled as the first black metal album. Like this kind of has death metal tendencies. Like even Dark Throne's first album, Soulside Journey, that was a death metal album. So some of the Norwegian bands started out with more of a death metal influence because it was big and popular at the time. My favorite song off here being Chainsaw Guts Fuck. I fucking love that bass intro. It's just so ominous. And the vocalist on here, Maniac, this is my favorite performance of Maniac. Before I get too far into this, I don't really own any other Maniac releases. Like, I don't own Wolfslayer Abyss or Chimera or Grand Declaration of War. Those are all good albums. But they're just albums I haven't obtained yet. But yeah, Mayhem with Death Crush. This guy comes on a really cool translucent pressing. Good shit. Now, keep on going. We have... What the fuck? Hold on. I got a little mixed up. Now we got their most popular, the most critically acclaimed. We got Die Mysterious Dame Satanas. This album vocally was performed by Attila. The only other Attila era vinyl I own is one we'll get to in a little bit. I mean, Attila's vocals, they fit the atmosphere, the eerie, vampire shit. But I think, and we'll definitely talk about him in a little bit. My boy, Dead here. Huge Dead fan. But, Attila did his thing. I just think this would be way better if Dead would have been on vocals. It would have been a completely different album. And then we got Mayhem's most recent album, Esoteric Warfare. At the time, I just bought this because it was a Mayhem album, but as time has progressed, I've actually started to like this album a lot. Psy War, that's a really great song off here, and what else? Watchers is sick too. This, I don't remember if I just mentioned this, but this has Attila on vocals. But yeah, I'm excited for whatever Mayhem does next. Alright, wait for those guys. Now it's time to get to the bread and butter, which is Live in Leipzig with my boy Dead. This is my second favorite Mayhem release. I say release because this is not a studio album, this is a live recording. But just listening to this isn't even my favorite Dead recording. We'll get into that in a little bit. This is the most popular, but his vocal performance is just chilling, and the story behind him too. There's 2 or 3 documentaries about Mayhem on YouTube that you can look up, and it dives deep into Dead and his suicide and stuff like that. But he was just a fucking amazing lyricist. He wrote like half the lyrics to De Mysteriis Dom Satanas before he died. The song Life Eternal was in Dead's, or I'm gonna refer to him as Pelle now because that's his real name. Pelle, this was in Pelle's suicide note, was Life Eternal. But yeah, Live in Leipzig, the most popular Dead recording, but I'm gonna have to go with, for my favorite, actually, to tell you the truth, this is my favorite black metal recording of all time, which is Live in Sarpsborg. Now also, this album goes under, this is a re-release. If you're a big Mayhem fan like me, then you might know where I'm going with this. This is the audio from the bootleg Dawn of the Black Hearts. Dawn of the Black Hearts was a bootleg of a Mayhem show. The album cover was Pelle's dead body after he shot himself in the forehead with a shotgun. Now, to tell you the truth, I owned that on vinyl. I had a legit, like, Dawn of the Black Hearts vinyl. But just thinking about it more, and I have the dude tattooed on my arm, I just thought it was really disrespectful. So I ended up selling that shit. I also still have Dawn of the Black Hearts long sleeve in medium, and I have a Dawn of the Black Hearts CD still. So if any of you guys want to buy that shit off me, I'll sell it to you dirt cheap because it's just inappropriate in my eyes. But Dead's performance on here is chilling. Like, there's like an echo effect. Like, my favorite intro on here is Buried by Time and Dust. How does it go? It's,
Many years have passed since the funeral, buried ages ago.
And it just echoes. This entire album is an experience. That's Necro Butcher, by the way, on the picture right there. Necro Butcher being the bassist. He's actually like the only consistent... Well, Hellhammer, the drummer, he's been in the game for about as long as Necro Butcher has. But this is by far my favorite Mayhem release. R.I.P. Pelle. Then I got another Pelle live album, which is Live in Zeitz, with Euronymous on the front here, the guitarist. I do like this recording. It's just the quality is a little iffy to me. Like fucking Live in Sarpsborg, that sounds like, cheese graters grinding against each other, but I like that. But the production on this just isn't my thing. Like, I'll still spin it, and it has Dead performing. But yeah, does this come on a cool color? I think it does. Yeah, it comes on this bronze, gold. But yeah, this is there's also another Mayhem live album called Live in Janhassen, I think it's called. I have yet to buy that. I just want to buy it to complete the live album collection. But yeah, I mean, Pelle was, I mean, even, like, people want to say, oh, just because he's dead, he's so overrated. But no, I mean, he created the black metal, like the stereotypical black metal vocal. Like I mentioned, Dark Throne, they were doing, before Dead joined Mayhem, they were doing death metal vocals, and who knows what the hell Varg was doing, you know? I think Mayhem were the most important band in the Norwegian black metal scene, especially Dead. Dead also came up with the corpse paint. I mean, sure, King Diamond did it, but King Diamond did it in a theatrical way, but Dead did it in a, like, terrifying way. And then all these other bands, it's almost a staple now for a black metal band that have corpse paint, but that's thanks to Dead. Let's see. I got two more things left to show you. We got De Mysterious Dom Satanas Alive. I got this about 1 or 2 years ago when I actually saw Mayhem live, and they played De Mysterious in its entirety. And I bought this at the merch booth. I don't remember if this comes on a cool pressing. Nope, it's just black. But yeah, this is still a kick-ass recording. It's Attila is back on vocals. Thank God it's not Maniac. Like I said, I only liked Maniac on Death Crush. Well, and the other albums too, but Maniac doesn't fit the De Mysterious atmosphere. But I remember I vividly remember right before they played Freezing Moon, they sampled Dead's phrase whenever he did it.
When it's cold, and when it's dark.
And that shit just sent shivers down my spine when I first heard it. It was a very, very good show. Now for the last of you guys, this is a bootleg of Mayhem and Morbid. Morbid, if you didn't know, I have Morbid Year of the Goat, but I didn't think that fit the Mayhem vibe. I might, like, it'll come up in my vinyl videos or whatever. But it has studio recordings and live shit from both Mayhem and Morbid. Morbid was Pelle's first band. It was like black and thrash. You should check it out. The album's called the Morbid album is called December Moon. But yeah, this is Morbid Mayhem, a tribute to the Black Emperors. But yeah, I am a huge Mayhem fan, you know, especially Dead era beats everything. But I think I'm gonna leave it at that. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and